less I say, the more my work gets done. 'Cause I live and breathe this Philadelphia freedom. From the day that I was born, I waved the flag. Philadelphia freedom took me knee-high to a man. Yeah, give me a piece of mind my daddy never had. For Philadelphia freedom, shine on me. I love you, shine a light through the eyes of the one left behind. Shine the light, shine the light, shine the light, won't you shine the light? Philadelphia freedom and love. Yes, I do. If you choose to, you can live your life alone. Some people choose the city, some others choose the good old family home. I like living easy without family ties. Till the whip-poor-will of freedom sat me right between the eyes. 'Cause I live and breathe this Philadelphia.
Excited to see you all again. My name is Brandon Dempsey. I'm really honored I get to be your MC over the next 2.5 days. So I'll look forward to getting to meet some of you all and trying to work in and make sure we have a little bit of fun as we're getting through. But we already kicked off this. We had a little bit of fun last night with Pro Shop. Are the guys from Pro Shop in here? Will you guys stand up real quick? So Pro Shop, not only did Pro Shop throw us a great happy hour last night, but Pro Shop went all the way and brought us nice little bottle openers. Talk about working it all in. So make sure you stop by their booth and say thank you and grab one of these if you would. We also have to thank APPI. Are the folks from APPI in here? Are they at? No, I don't see them. Well, they sponsored an awesome cornhole tournament last night. And for those of you who don't think a lot of people show up for the cornhole tournament, we have an incredible amount of people showing up for the cornhole tournament. So is it Senta and Ellis? Who are Senta and Ellis? Are they here? Stand up real quick. Give them a round of applause for winning the cornhole tournament, advancing 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like 5 rounds of the cornhole tournament, so that's totally serious. Good work. Now, if you have not downloaded the app yet, if you have not downloaded the event app by DMG Mori, make sure you get, there will be an email that's been sent to you. Go ahead and check that email from NTMA and download that app. It's got all the information for what's happening over the next 2.5 days. Now, a lot of you have been to this NTMA Engage before, but I understand we have some first-timers in the room. So who are our first-timers here who have not been here before? Would you stand up? Just stand up, please. Stand up, stand up. These are your first-timers. All right, wow, look at this. It's like a third of the room. All right, so first-timers. All right, so NTMA, some say it's an organization, others say it's very much like a family. Well, today is actually National New Friends Day. I didn't make this up. You can Google it. So it's actually National New Friends Day, all right? So make sure you get some of those first-timers here, make a new friend, welcome them into NTMA, and make sure they've got a really good experience. And welcome here. You're going to have a lot of fun. So with that, I'm going to bring up our fearless leader, Roger. Roger, would you come up and lead us in the pledge?
Good morning, everyone. If you would rise, and we'll stay with our tradition of NTMA, the Pledge of Allegiance. We're going to follow it by a prayer, if you would. So, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you'll allow me to pray. Our Lord in heaven, we pray for this meeting. I pray for each person that's here. We pray for our companies that we'd be wise stewards with what you've entrusted us with, that we'd be wise stewards with our employees, with our customers. Let this networking event be an opportunity to encourage us, that we might be an encouragement one to another. Keep us safe. Bless our time together, we pray in your name. Amen. All right, guys. Well, welcome to Engage 2023. Seems like we were just here yesterday, but how time flies when you're having fun. You know, for NTMA, this is always a fun time for me, this event. You know, there's nothing funner than recognizing our members. I love to recognize those of you who have given to the industry, who have given to NTMA, and have given to each other. And so that'll be a part of our program in a few minutes. But I wanted to run through some slides today and give you an NTMA update. You know, if you recall, I started in January 2020, right before the pandemic. You know, what perfect timing. And, you know, we didn't know where we were going, you know, in 20. You know, come March of 2020, we didn't have any idea what way the association world was going. But I want you to know we survived through that, and you survived that. Your company survived through that. And I say that as entrepreneurs, we are survivors. We are doers. We're people who figure things out. And you figured it out in your company, and thankfully we figured it out in Cleveland, Ohio, on how to keep the association together. And so I'm telling you, we've had 2 good years of our association. Things are going well. We got a lot of things, a lot of good momentum, long way to go, a long takeoff strip, but I want you to know we're on the right road. You know, at times when the wind blew, I thought it was blowing us back onto the rocks. Now I feel like when the wind blows, it's blowing us in the right direction. And so our sails are up. We're just waiting for the strong winds to move us forward. And so I'm going to go over a few of those. Some 2023 updates. We've had 63 new members this year to date. But the issue is we've had 49 resigns. You know, I am the eternal optimist. You can ask Juanita here. But this is the highest new members we've had year to date in 5 years. It's the lowest number of resigns we've had year to date in 6 years. So the trend is headed in the right direction. I'd love to get this resign number down because people are joining NTMA on a regular basis. For our National Associate members, we have 7 associate members. Year to date, we had 2 resign. But the highest year to date in NAMS is in 4 years. The lowest resigns in 4 years. So we've had a total in those 2, we've had 19 net new members. So today we're at 968 regular members, 35 National Associate members, 35 education, and 1,038 total. And I'm proud to say that since we've been here, that number's gone up 1 or 2. We've got a couple new members this week. So it's always nice to start a conference off when your first email in the morning is Rich saying we got new members. You know, again, 2023 will be the 2nd year in a row that NTMA has had net membership growth in a number of years. And this is an exciting part too. The end of September, we have 40 inquiries into membership in NTMA. We have 40 active leads that we're working. That number's, you know, varies anywhere from about 35 to 45 that we keep active all the time. And so this is new for NTMA that we've had that many active members or active leads. And much of that is because of many of you in the room, many members who invite your colleagues, your friendly competitors to join, as well as our industry partners here who encourage people to look into NTMA. At the conference here, we have 160 plus or minus 2. We've had a few people get sick and have health issues that had to step out. But a good number, but not where we want to be, but it's the largest number we've had post-pandemic. You know, this year we completed a successful international tech tour to Germany and Switzerland. And so the plan right now is for those of you who have gone on the international tech tour and those of you who have not, I encourage you to do so. Our partners pay for everything except your travel to whatever country that we're visiting. So you just have to get yourself there and back, and that week that we're there, our partners pick up the tab. And they do that because they want us in their facilities. They want to show us just what's happening in their manufacturing facilities across the world. And again, last year we started in Munich and we ended in Zurich and had a wonderful week. I said many of us who went, we met as friends and we left. You know, we were shaking hands when we met, we were hugging when we left. I mean, it's just that kind of week that you build that kind of camaraderie with your peers. So we're looking at going every other year. So our next potential plans that we're focusing on will be for 2025. We're looking at the potential of Italy or Japan as if one of those two. Right now, those are potentials, but you know, just think through that, and it's a great opportunity to see what's going on in other parts of the world. For 2024, all of our conferences are set. Our Chapter Leadership Summit for chapter executives as well as chapter leaders is in January in San Antonio on the Riverwalk. Our Emerging Leader Conference will be March 20 through the 22nd in Greenville, South Carolina. And then Engage next year is in Nashville, country music city of the world. Great place. I know for me, when I was chairman in 2012, we were in Nashville, so great city to have a conference. And so put these on your calendar. They're set. These are good to go with the dates. For NTMA, Granger's one of our signature partners in our association. And Granger, we've just renewed our contract with Granger for another 3 years. And for many of you, you don't know this next one, but for those of you who do, we used to have an offshore entity with insurance, and it's been through the years. For the last 10 years, we've been trying to close this thing out. Well, this year, we have officially closed. We're out of the offshore entity business, and so everything the NTMA does today is all onshore. And for those of us who have spent blood, sweat, and tears on the offshore are thrilled to death about it. But it's a big accomplishment for NTMA. MT Forecasting Conference. That is a conference annually that AMT holds. It was just 2 weeks ago in Detroit. And so I took some notes. These are just my personal notes I took from speakers that made comments that I thought were pertinent or interesting to me. So don't kill the messenger. I'm just telling you, these were my personal notes of what people said. You know, I thought this was great. Goal is to prepare, not predict. You know, in this world, it's hard to predict anything, but be prepared. You know, lean into the unknown. Don't over-rely on the numbers. Challenge orthodoxies. Plan for multiple futures. That was one of the interesting that I thought was interesting as you plan for next year. Maybe plan multiple plans. You know, consider if this happened, this is the way we'd go. If this were to happen, maybe we'd go this way. But he was given 2 or 3 and sometimes 4 different options that maybe would be our plan for next year. And so I thought that was sort of insightful. Then they got talking about, you know, today we're addiction of information and information overload. Talking about how it's depressing the workforce, just too much information, not only for our workforce, but probably for us as well. But I thought it was interesting. You know, the recession, that we had about 3 economists. We have an economist speaking here at this event. It'll be interesting to see what he says. But most of them were predicting a recession mid-2024 through the end of the year into the first of 2025. Most predicting somewhat a mild recession. And it, you know, really depends on what industry you serve, whether, you know, the effect it might have on your company. But nonetheless, that was the predictions of these 3 economists that spoke. And I thought this was interesting. ITR Economics, many of you know those guys. They said invest in your business in now to 2024 and be prepared for 2025. You know, he says it's going to be, the prices will be higher in 2025 and the interest rates are not coming down. And they said, and you don't have time to implement come 2025. 24 will give you an opportunity to implement, you know, to make some changes, make some additions, and put it in place so that you're ready for 2025. The encouraging news was, after 2025, all economists felt like for the next 3 to 4 years, it was going to be good times for manufacturing. And so, you know, again, those are people's opinion. Again, as I say, don't kill the messenger here. I'm just telling you what they said. A theme throughout the whole conference: automate, automate, automate. Find ways to automate. And I cannot survive having a man in front of every machine. We have to figure out how to if at all possible, not every business can do that. But when places that you can, figure out how, one man, 2 machines, 1 man, 3 machines, figure out how to automate some processes so we can do more work with the same number of people, knowing that we have a workforce challenge to get people in our shops today. Invest in technology. I guess the encouraging word was the aerospace, defense, and the medical reports were really predicting a strong outlook. Both of them with the airplanes that have been ordered, at the air shows, look to be the aerospace field seems to be set for the next 20 years in airplanes. And again, we all make bits and pieces of an airplane, but the reality of those bits and pieces, the airplane wouldn't fly if they didn't have our bits and pieces in those things. So never forget that. But anyway, I thought that was those are my personal notes, just from speakers that spoke. Okay. Let me go back one. Okay, I'll stay here. This was from my presentation. I did at the MT Forecast. I just wanted to call you. These are our business condition surveys that you guys filled out. Thought it was just interesting. We do this for every 6 months. So in 2022, you can see where our focus was, where your focus was. 23, Q1, Q2, and then the end of 23, Q3, Q4. Nothing's really changed. I mean, this is where we focus our CapEx, our spending, and our focus. The only thing that changed was a little focus from automation into your facilities. Speaking of automation, this is probably the thing that sometimes concerns me, that we only have 1/3 of our members that have said they're investing in automation. So that means of those, now again, that's of the respondents to our survey. So I think there's tremendous opportunity out of the 2/3 that aren't spending efforts in automation. Probably, I would say maybe, trying to be, thoughtful about it. Probably half maybe not have the opportunity to automate. But I think there's a solid half of those, or solid half of you, that need to find ways to automate things in your shop. Figure out something to automate, because once you get a robotic arm or a multitasking machine, your people will find other opportunities to use that equipment. So once you buy the first one, you will find you will have more and more equipment, because your people will be the ones to figure out how they can automate things. And sometimes it's a mindset, getting your mind around it. What can we change it? But once they see it, the light bulb goes off, you will start seeing that happen in your shop. Reshoring, again, 24% of the respondents of our members said that they've gotten offshore work, reshoring. That's a pretty big number. Used to that number was really 0. So this is, Harry Moser, a friend, has spent 10 years on reshoring, and it just took a pandemic to make all this work come to fruition. Again, just to let you know from the surveys, these were the 3 strongest areas of the country that had the strongest business outlook. So if you're in one of those areas, great. And if you're not, again, this is just what the survey said. Again, the survey said that the medical and aerospace were had the 2 strongest outlook, which confirmed the same thing from MT Forecast meeting. And then again, the question about how we're training machinists. Again, 87% of you said on-the-job training and mentoring remains your highest way of training. Trade schools, you can see, it sort of went down, and then online programs jumped up 10%. Interesting thing was, I was telling the EC, that 10% was really all went to NTMA, which I thought was interesting. It didn't go to Tooling U. The 10% went to NTMA. Okay, and the top challenges that you guys mentioned, again, workforce recruitment has remained number 1. Interesting, inflation was, in December was number 3, went to number 2 in June. And then raw materials, interesting, it went from 2 in December to your 5th concern. while a potential recession went from 6 in December to 3 in June. So sort of aligned, and I made a note here, and that was really even, all of this concern was taken well before this Israeli tragedy that's going across, across the country over in Israel. So that's not even considered. Obviously, the Ukraine, Russian considerations are in there, but this is that's just from since NT forecast, where all the economists gave their outlook. They were given that outlook without knowing that, and they were, you always talk about, well, in case something else happens in the world unplanned. Well, that just happened within a week of the MT forecast. But again, these are your concerns and challenges. You can see they don't change a lot. We all fight the same things. All right, guys, I'm pushing away here. Okay. Business development partners. I just want to go over, considering there's discussion about a potential recession next year. If you're one of those that are not in one of those strong industries, or that your current customers aren't, maybe you may see a decline in business. I just wanted to remind you of some of the partners that we have. Factor, a lead generation company. And all of these are proven within our membership here. There's people in this room that use Factor. Some people swear by it. Thomas, many of you use Thomas. They still have their online platforms, which they'll do a video and attach it to your online profile in their online buyer-seller platform. Connex is another online. MTD CNC, Tony Gunn. Many of you know Tony's a manufacturing influencer on social media. Tony will be joining us today, and so and he will be doing some video interviews here. So if you want to meet Tony in the next room throughout the day and tomorrow, today and tomorrow, please sit down and have an interview with him. You emerging leaders, I encourage you to talk about your experience in Emerging Leader 1. And then Paperless Parts Marketing, another company that helps people on social media, keeps you present on social media when that may not be your strong suit. It is their strong suit, and they can represent you online just as if your company's posting this. And the nice thing is they keep you consistent. I don't know about you, but I'm consistent one week and I go 3 weeks before I get consistent again, But for them, they keep you on your company exposure out in the marketplace all the time. And so normally the way it works is they meet with you for an hour. They write everything for your company from that hour interview, and they'll post it for you for the month, and you meet with them the next month to discuss other things. I'm just wanting to tell you that if you're struggling with business, these are some industry partners that can be of help to you. Guys, am I pointing this the wrong direction, or maybe Can you guys help me in the back with the slide? Okay, this is what I'm excited about. Cohorts, as many of you know, we had our Emerging Leader cohort this year. Emerging Leader 1, first time NTMA ever had a leadership cohort. We were hoping that we could get 10 people. We had 30. So it forced us to go to 2 cohorts. So we had 2 cohorts of 15. And the exciting thing is they just completed their 9-month cohort while they're here. On Wednesday, they met for the last time, and today we'll be recognizing those emerging leaders. So coming for 2024, and if you guys will help me on the slides. Maybe not. Maybe I need to help myself, huh? Okay, Emerging Leader 1. So Mike and Dave Kapsovitz of EBITDA Growth, we're going to repeat the same Emerging Leader 1 cohort we just had. Many of you didn't get people in your company in there, so we're starting it again. Our minimum class size will be 17, and it'll be, again, 9 months. It'll be 2 face-to-face and 7 virtual meetings. Dave and Mike will again lead it. The program registration includes registration to the Emerging Leaders Conference, as well as Engage 2024. The cost for that is $29.50 per person. The sessions you can see, these will be your 9 session topics for the 9-month course. and you don't feel like you have to read that, we will be getting you more than enough information out on this, but I wanted to let you know about it. So I'd like for you to meet the leaders. Many of you know Mike and Dave, but we're going to introduce them right here.
Hello, my name is Dave Kapkevitz.
And my name is Mike Watkins. We're known by many, but not by all. So we want to introduce ourselves as the principals at EBITDA Growth Systems.
We had the immense pleasure of facilitating the Emerging Leader 1 cohort this year in 2023. Many hats off to the owners that invested in their emerging leaders and sent them through this course.
Yes, and for the modern advanced manufacturer, employee retention and employee engagement are going to be key for our success. And 10 years of Gallup organization research says that the manager is the key person within your organization for employee engagement and employee retention. And Emerging Leaders 1 equips our next generation of leaders with the knowledge, skills, and abilities they need to be good managers in the workplace.
And we got fantastic results and lots of great feedback. So if you're thinking about it, it's coming up again next year. Get your people signed up. Right on, Mike.
Right on, Dave.
Well, again, I encourage you, if you didn't send people, it's a great program. You can, and I would encourage you to talk to these emerging leaders here. There's 22 of them here. Talk to them and what they got out of it and what they thought of it, and was it worth it to them. Okay, I'm excited to say we're moving to an Emerging Leader 2 cohort. Many of our emerging leaders at 30, I met with them, and they say, where do we go from here? And so they said, we need more. And so we have now created Emerging Leader 2. You have to have completed Emerging Leader 1 to attend Emerging Leader 2. It'll be the same nine month. Our leader will be Emma Doyle. The program includes, again, the same registration to emerging leaders and engage. Same price, $29.50. These will be the areas that Emma will cover in that 9-month session. And so now let me introduce you to Emma Doyle.
G'day everybody, my name's Emma Doyle and I am a speaker, author and coach. I'm an author of What Makes a Great Coach. That is the free gift that you will get when you sign up for the Emerging Leadership Program number 2. Now, Emerging Leadership Program number 1 was all about giving you the knowledge, preparing you for leadership in modern manufacturing. Leadership Program number 2 is the big reveal. There it is, the 9 modules that I'm super excited to bring you the skills. This program is all about the how, the active learning of taking your leadership and your coaching toolkits, as we like to say. These are all the tools that you'll have in your leadership toolkit to be able to elevate and take your leadership skills to the next level to ultimately impact your behavior, because your ROI equals your IOR, improvement on relationships. I hope to see you on the other side of the Emerging Leadership Program number 2.
And if you didn't figure out, she's from Australia. So if you're like my kids, any male that has an accent like that, my daughters love. And frankly, I love any woman that has an accent like that too. So, we're all enamored by accents. But anyway, Emma's going to be great. I would just give a little plug for Emma. Christina, where are you at? Christina back here, and who has been an Emerging Leader 1 participant. Christina knows Emma, and so if you have any questions about Emma Doyle for you emerging leaders, please talk to Christina. She'll be happy to discuss who and what Emma does. This is new to NTMA too. We had many of you talk about how to sell. We need something to help us sell, so we created a sales cohort. Again, dates to be determined, but it will be 1 face-to-face meeting, and it'll be 3 virtual sessions with 3 virtual virtual follow-up sessions from those. Leader will be Paul Riley. Paul Riley is out of St. Louis. Registration for this will include the food and lodging for the face-to-face events as well as the virtual events. The cost for that is $22.95 per person. Our minimum class size for this, or cohort size, will be 15. These are the areas that Paul will go over in the sessions. And so at this time, let me introduce you to Paul Riley.
Hello everyone, Paul Riley here, and I'm thrilled to partner with NTMA on this important initiative. As a speaker, author, and sales trainer, my mission is simple: to help you go out there and compete more profitably by selling on value and not price. I work extensively in the machine tool industry, and also I've carried a bag. I sold in the industrial space for several years, selling tools and fasteners myself. So I understand some of the challenges that you're facing every single day. I understand the environment that you are competing in. And I'm here to tell you that you can go out there and compete profitably and grow your business while at the same time protecting it. Now, in our sessions, we are going to show you exactly how to sell value. It's going to kick off with an in-person session next year. And in this live event, what we're going to do is teach you the process of selling value. We're going to show you how to identify viable sales targets and then also go through each step to advance the sale forward, ultimately leading to more business for you. In the follow-up virtual workshops, we're going to dive deeper into how to communicate your message of value, how to differentiate your solution, and also present a compelling reason why the customer should choose you. I'm thrilled to partner with NTMA. Make sure you sign up for this event, and I can't wait to see you next year.
All right. So that's the sales cohort. And last but not least, many owners have talked to us about it would be nice to be in an owners group, owners, president, GM group. And so we have created an executive cohort. And if we can get to the next slide, guys. Oh, one more time. Executive cohort. This is for, again, owners, presidents, the GMs. The person who's running the company, our minimum class size will be 12. Dates to be determined, but it's going to be, all three of those meetings will be in person. They will be day-and-a-half meetings face-to-face. They will be led by Dave and Mike, who's leading our Emerging Leader 1 cohort. The registration for this includes all food and lodging for 2 nights at each of the 3 events, and plus a group activity that will be had at those events. So 2 nights, 3 events, and group activities at each of the 3 events. The cost for that is $99.50 per person. And the sessions will be, sharpening the tip of the spear. You as owners, leaders, are the tip of the spear in your organization. Benefits, actionable strategies, planning for what's next, know your community, build relationships, enjoy camaraderie, and discuss the pros and cons. There's nothing like bouncing ideas off each other. That's what we do at these conferences. But as owners, having a safe place to share your concerns, your challenges, and this will be a confidential meeting where you will be in with leaders. We will commit to each other that what is discussed in that room stays in that room. But there's nothing like getting input from your peers. And so I'm excited about that. And again, I'm going to reintroduce you to Mike and Dave.
Hello, this is Mike and Dave again. We're excited to be part of the new NTMA executive cohort. If you're an executive leader, you will not want to miss this. Things you will take out of this: number 1, you're going to be part of the NTMA manufacturing network alongside of other owners that have a similar story as you. And number 2, you're going to develop lifelong relationships, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and we're going to work with some big issues like succession planning and what's next in your organization. We're going to talk about, how do we maximize the profits in our companies? And we're going to talk about these issues and wrestle with these issues.
Did you say wrestle?
Yes, in some fabulous locations. And then we're going to team that training and that learning and that discussion up with some great team building activities. It's going to be a wonderful experience, a lot of fun had by all involved.
Yeah, I can't wait for the announcement of locations we're going to have. So with that said, see Roger or Kristen to get signed up. These are going to be intimate groups with limited space. You're not going to want to miss this. We'll see you there.
Right on, Dave.
Right on, Mike.
I don't know whether to call them Mutt and Jeff or Dave and Mike, but nonetheless, they do a good job together. But this is an exciting thing for you owners. If you're looking for someone that you can bounce ideas off, bounce the challenges of business, I encourage you to look into this. New programs coming in 24. All right, I'm pushing the heck out of this button, guys. Y'all bear with me. This thing's going to be... Oh, here we go. Again, a couple really exciting things. As you know, for the last 10 or 12, 15 years, NTMA has not had a specific cutting tool program. Our cutting tool program that the only solution we had was through Grainger. Grainger is a great MRO company, and we've had discussions with them, and so we got them to release us of any what am I looking for, Doug? Any requirement, commitment to buy tooling from Grainger. So that's been taken out of our contract. And so I'm excited to tell you that hopefully by the end of the year, we're going to have a relationship with a cutting tool, a dedicated cutting tool program with a cutting tool company. We're in process of selecting who it is right now. We have 3 great companies that we're talking to, have made proposals to NTMA. And so, and I will tell you this, if you do not have a personal discounts at your company that you already have with some companies, if you have no discount programs for your tooling, you're just buying it from your local distributor with no discounts or anything, this is going to reduce your cost. For those of you that may already have some contracts, it's not going to reduce the cost of your current discounted contracts that you have with the distributors. But for those of you who don't, or those tools that are not under contract, this is going to save you money. So this is an exciting thing. Eric Kagopian, who, as you know, is in the tooling business, has been a great help to me as we've negotiated through this. But we're getting close to making a decision as we go through these proposals. But I'm telling you, for the first time ever, NTMA is going to have a dedicated cutting tool program, which I'm going to go out on a limb and guarantee it's going to save you money. And if you look at it, percentage of our business, or most of members' revenue, of your total revenue that goes into tooling is about 3%. Some of you are as much as 5 and 6%, but I would say on average it's 3% of your revenue. So you start putting that number that you spend, it's going to be significant. The other thing I'm excited to say is we're going to give you some insurance options. What a fiasco world the insurance world is, but we're close to having a property and casualty program together. We'll announce that as soon as that's signed. We have a new healthcare program, Synergia. Many of you received the email on it in the last week. Since then, we've had about 10 to 15 companies that have already called them and getting them to look at the potential of coverage and finding out about them. We will have a dental and vision option. True Assure will be our dental option. Vision Benefits of America will be our vision. And I would just call out some of our new partners. If you're into executive recruitment, middle management up, client growth resources is our new member. In marketing videos, Tony Gunn, I mentioned Tony earlier. Again, Tony should be here this afternoon. HR consultant, ADDA, who has a table over here in the next room. Banking and machine financing. U.S. Bank has become a member of NTMA, and so they have a one-sheet application for machine tools. You can get things ready before IMTS to take, and have that prepared. So if you need that, U.S. Bank. Dell Computers. Dell Computers contacted NTMA and said, we're interested in being a part of that. They've already sold computers to many of our members in a short period of time, and so giving you discounts on computers. And then Spinners North America, Fives Machine Systems, and HWR Work Holding. These are all our new national associates and who are here to help you and support you. So I just want to call them to your attention. What's new for 24? Okay, this is something that you guys should give me a standing applause on. You spoke, we listened. Too many emails. Who gets too many emails? Okay, thank you very much. We've been looking at a way, and we get too many too. So I feel the pain. I feel the pain because it's frustrating to me when we send emails out and you say, I didn't get it, I didn't see it, I didn't know about it, when we're just bombarding you with emails. I get it. So we said, we're going to figure out a different way. So we're moving to 1 email a week from NTMA. And it's going to go out on Wednesdays. It's going to start in the 1st of November. It will be an all-inclusive email. So anything you want to know NTMA is going to be in that one email on Wednesdays. Our staff, my staff, knows that if you have something that the members need to know, if you don't have it in on time, you're waiting a week before it gets out. Now, a little caveat. For team-specific, chapter executive-specific emails, they will continue to go out to those on teams and those kind of things. But for the masses of our members, you're going to get one email a week on Wednesdays. So and it's going to be called Weekly Chatter. I think many of us in the manufacturing business know a little about chatter. So what we're going to do is I'm asking your permission. We're going to, for those of you who have unsubscribed us because you got too many emails, we're going to turn you back on to subscribe one time. And when we abuse the system, I'll give you all permission in the world to unsubscribe us. But this is going to be your communication channel to NTMA. One email on Wednesdays. So I hope that excites you as much as it does me, because I hate emails too. And, I hate what happens, you hate emails, and so that means you hate the good ones, much less hating the bad ones. So hopefully this one on Wednesday will be good. It'll give you everything you need to know about NTMA. And our Emerging Leader Conference, our IMTS, for many of you that attend IMTS, we're going to do an IMTS meetup at McCormick Center. So we're either going to have a luncheon one day, or we'll have a refreshment center in one of the rooms at IMTS. So you will know, so you can bring you and your staff, whoever's with you, or if you're not with them and your people are there, there's going to be a place that they can go for a lunch one day, or refreshments. We're working that out with AMT, but we've already got the thumbs up that we can do it, and we'll have a room to do it. So we will meet up at IMTS. This is not a tour. This is just a place to have lunch or meet up or have a place to go if you want to have a personal meeting with your team or someone else and getting off the trade floor. Our Emerging Leader Conference, which will be I mentioned in Greenville, South Carolina. I'm excited to say that we've invited other associations to bring their emerging leaders for the conference, not our cohort, but the conference. So right now we have AMT, SME, TMA, and NFFS, which is the Non-Ferrous Founders Group. All of these have committed to bringing their emerging leaders to one Emerging Leader Conference, and this is the first time that this many associations have done anything in a joint atmosphere like this. So I think it's going to be fantastic for our emerging leaders. It'll give more opportunities for them to network, not only within NTMA emerging leaders, but with other associations emerging leaders. Okay, again, I am pushing like crazy. Perfect. Got to an end. I'm going to go back here. If you hear spanking back here and me crying, it's because Kristen's going to tell me I went over my time. So, just bear with me as I'm crying back here. But, guys, I just want you to know I'm excited. Things are going our way, and it's because of you. And our industry, I believe we're stronger together. The more we can do together, the stronger and the greater impact we can make on American manufacturing. And my goal is, how do we strengthen U.S. manufacturing? And, the piece of the pie that we're a part of is NTMA. But I'm telling you, NTMA is a leader in our industry. We're being seen as a spokesman for small to medium-sized manufacturers across America. And we need more people to join to have greater impact for U.S. manufacturers. And that means greater impact on you, your companies, how we can be, just have a greater impact with our government. That regulations, all those things. But the more there are of us, the greater impact we can have. I encourage you to invite your competitors. And I just want to always say to you, our members, I appreciate your membership. We never take it for granted in Cleveland. It's a privilege to serve you. Every day we go to work, our one deal is to serve our members. And I want you to know that's the way we look at it every day when we walk in the door. So if you have ideas, things that we can do better, things we can improve, if you have complaints, corrective criticism is always welcome, because we're here just to be better. And the better we are to serve you, the better the industry will be. Thank you very much.
Great job, buddy. Roger, I think your leadership speaks for itself looking at those numbers. You know, Roger came in 2020, and now if we look at how Roger's really impacted NTMA, just huge hats off to you, Roger. So with that, there's a lot of good stuff happening. If I could get Doug DeRose to come up, we've got some awards to present today. And awards mean a lot because it honors a lot of people in this room for a lot of the great stuff that they've accomplished. With that, Doug, kick us off.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, everybody. I want you to know Carrie won the over on Roger's presentation, so a round of applause there. We got a lot to get to today. Welcome, everybody, to the recognition and awards this morning. I'd like to get started first by recognizing the current leadership of the NTMA board, and I'd like to recognize our executive committee. So please stand as I call out your name. Gillen Young, current chairman. Bonnie Kuhn, vice chair. Alan Ortner, Kevin Ahaus, Eric Hagopian, Debbie Holton, and Barry Laughlin. Thank you. I would also like to recognize a select group of people who have helped guide our association through the years and who've really dedicated their time to make NTMA, make sure NTMA is always on the right path and headed in the right direction to succeed. So as I call your name, I'd like to ask our past chairman to please stand so we can recognize you. Grady Cope, 2011, from Riata Engineering and Machine Works Incorporated. Ted Toth, 2014, Rosenberger North America Pennsauken Incorporated. Roger Atkins, 2012, NTMA President. Mark Vaughn, 2017 and 2018, Vaughn Manufacturing. And Alan Ortner, 2021-2022, Soroyce Tool. Please join me in giving these gentlemen a round of applause. All right, this morning we have the honor of recognizing members of our association for their long-term membership, loyalty, and support to NTMA. This year we have 193 companies who've reached a milestone with NTMA. While it's important we recognize the companies who are in attendance today, I want to also give recognition to those who weren't able to attend, which can be seen on the screens behind me. As I call your name, please come to the front and receive your award. Once you receive it, if you could move to the back, left-hand corner back there, we'll do a group photo. And I'd also like to ask that we get one person from each company to please come forward. And also, we got a lot of people here, so if you could hold your applause until we get through year 80, that would be greatly appreciated. All right, celebrating 5 years of NTMA membership, Inner West Laser. Vanderben Manufacturing. Celebrating 10 years of NTMA membership, Wagner Machine. Celebrating 20 years of NTMA membership, Align Precision Arundel. All right, we're going to go back to 15. I flipped my page a little too soon. Thank you, Carrie. Celebrating 15 years of NTMA membership, Southern Machine Works. Sorry, Frank. I shouldn't do that to an upcoming new EC member, should I? Celebrating 25 years of membership, Accutech Precision Aerospace Incorporated. Linmark Machine Products. Celebrating 30 years of NTMA membership, Hydromat Incorporated. Rosenberger North America. Exact Wire EDM. Celebrating 45 years of NTMA membership, Custom Group. Dysinger Incorporated. Celebrating 50 years of NTMA membership, A-House Tool and Engineering Incorporated. Starn Tool and Manufacturing Company. Celebrating 65 years of NTMA membership, Criterion. Celebrating 70 years of NTMA membership, General Tool Company. Juergens Incorporated. All right, and now, celebrating 80 years of NTMA membership. These are founding delegates of NTMA, Hobson and Motzer Incorporated. Earhart Tool and Machine Incorporated. And let's give a big round of applause to everybody who celebrated an anniversary. Congratulations, and thank you for helping NTMA. Team leaders, right? Okay, now I'd like to recognize those team leaders who will have completed their leadership role at the end of this year. They've devoted a great deal of time and talent to achieving their team's goals and objectives in support of the NTMA strategic plan. So if you will join us up front, and then you can go to the back of the room for a photo, and again, ask if you hold your applause till we're done. That would be appreciated. We have Frank Birch, who's completed his term with the audit team from 2017 to 2023. Didn't forget you this time. Michael Tomasi, budget and finance team, 2022 to 2023. My team leaders are departing. Using them all at once. And then I'd like to recognize one team leader who's not in attendance this morning. That's Kevin Beach. He was the team leader for the manufacturing and technology team from 2019 to 2023. So congratulations and thank you for your service, everybody. All right, now I'd like to ask Andrew Cordell, a team member of the manufacturing and technology team, to join me on stage as we present this year's Success Excellence Awards.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Doug. I need to get my...
Sorry about that.
Okay, let's start over here. Okay, the goal of the NTMA's 6S Excellent Initiative is to raise the U.S. manufacturing environment for world-class standards, and to improve the perception of American manufacturing by educating, promoting, and recognizing shop organization and efficiency. This award was specifically designed to honor shops that demonstrate this excellence. So today, I'm pleased to announce the NTMA members that will receive the NTMA 6S Excellence Award. Please join me up front or up here on the stage, and then when you get done, go back to the back for a group photo. The first one is AccuRounds. Homeyer Precision Manufacturing. JD Machine. Major Tool and Machine. Pilot Precision Products. And Rosenberg, North America. I would also like to recognize 4 companies that also received this great achievement but are not in attendance this morning. 4 companies are Boston Centerless, Gibbs Die Casting, Hirsch Precision Products, and Roberts Tool and Die. So let's give all these companies a big round of applause. Okay, the 6S Excellent Award certificates are awarded for 5 years based on self-assessments that are submitted by the companies. Once a recipient receives 5 in a row, they are then recognized with an award, i.e. a trophy. I'd like to present the 5-year trophy to Homeyer Precision Manufacturing on this milestone achievement in 2023, and congratulations on this great achievement. All right, it looks like we'll have to pass that out after we get done here. So, all right, so I encourage all the members of the NTMA to download the 6S Excellence Award application and self-assessment documents, which are available on the website. Doug, the podium is yours.
Glad I don't get stuck saying 6S Excellence Award over and over again. I have a bad enough time remembering the 15-year award winner. All right, let's see. Look at my notes. Okay, so now what we'd like to do is we'd like to present our emerging leaders cohort registrants with their certificates of completion. As facilitators for the cohort, we'd like to ask Dave Kapovitz and Mike Watkins up to the awards table to help us hand out those certificates, gentlemen. This certificate represents the opportunity for the cohort participants to connect with one another, gain valuable recognition, and develop their skills and knowledge throughout the year. The 30 awardees were showcased in the July issue of the Record and received individual recognition within, which highlighted their personal experiences on what drew them to manufacturing. It is with great pleasure that I present the 2023 award recipients. Again, once you come up to the front to receive your award, please head to the back of the room so we can get a group photo, and if you could hold your applause to the end, we would appreciate it. First, we have Brian Ridbaum with Accutech Precision Aerospace. Jeff Anderson, Accutech Precision Aerospace. Andrew Boyer, Boyer Machine and Tool Company. Clay Adcock, Custom Tool Incorporated. Matthew Rowe, Hibsman Screw Machine Products Incorporated. Daniel Engelmeyer, Hibsman Screw Machine Products Incorporated. Ashley Hunsaker, HTS Coatings LLC. Anthony Munt, Hydromat Incorporated. Nicholas Kaiser, Kaiser Manufacturing. Lance Martin, Lindmark Machine Products Incorporated. Casey Obermark, Lindmark Machine Products Incorporated. Stephen Waldrop, Manda Machine Company. There's always one. Sarah Mittler, Mittler Brothers Machine and Tool. Mason Kasi, Overton Industries. Evan Wasco, Penweld Incorporated. Robert Bourbon, Planet Tool and Engineering. David Hartfelder, Riata Engineering and Machine Works. Dustin Samancic, Riata Engineering and Machine Works. Stacy Benner, Riata Engineering and Machine Works. Christina Collette, Riata Engineering and Machine Works. Danielle Litweiler, Starlight Diversified Incorporated. Judd Kincaid, Vanderben Manufacturing. Al Salinas, Vanderben Manufacturing. Pat Orlett, Velocity Metalworks. And Brian McIntosh, Velocity Metalworks. So not in attendance, we have Alex Doman with Acu Precision, Chris Smith with AccuRounds, Tom Swanberg with Accutech Precision Aerospace Incorporated, Ashley Harms with MetalQuest, and Kristen Radman with WF Engineering. So congratulations to our Emerging Leaders recipients. What's that? Oh, she's here? Ashley Harms? Yeah, come on up. I'm sorry, I had you on the list here that I was given as not being here. Hunsinger. Oh, thank you. All right, I didn't miss that one. Okay. All right, so just a reminder, we have a recognition reception to honor these folks later today. The reception is open to all attendees. It would be a great opportunity to hear from them about their experience in the cohort, as well as a time to congratulate them as well. So congratulations again. So now I'd like to present our Star Chapter Award. Star Chapter designation is awarded to recognize chapters, their leaders, and staff for outstanding achievements in advancing the NTMA and manufacturing industry. Star Chapter status is determined by achieving a high score on our annual chapter organizational questionnaire. This survey measures a chapter's level of organizational excellence, local influence, and engagement with NTMA on a national level. Winning chapters receive $500 donation to an event of their choice. So chapter representatives, once you come up to the front to receive your award, please, again, head to the rear so we can get a group photo. So without further ado, the following NTMA chapters have earned the distinction of their Star Chapter Award. And again, if you could hold your applause to the end. The Arizona chapter, and there is no one present for that. The Connecticut chapter. Bruce. Indiana chapter. Carrie Hacker. Is she here? Did we get Carrie? Oh, we got somebody from Indiana? Excellent. The Los Angeles chapter, I don't believe we have anybody present from that chapter. The Michiana chapter, that'd be Chad, coming up. The Northwest Pennsylvania chapter. Rocky Mountain chapter. And the St. Louis chapter. Also recognize one chapter who exhibits best practices in all facets of association management. So with that being said, we'd like to recognize the Northwest Pennsylvania chapter as the 2023 Star Chapter of the Year. Can I please have chapter representative join us up front, Tammy Adams. As Star Chapter of the Year, they will be awarded $1,000. Congratulations to all of our Star Chapters on your achievement. We look forward to continued advancements of the Star Chapter program to further promote the growth and the specific engagement with national programs, organizational excellence with enhanced incentives to match the pillars of growth for the advancement of NTMA chapters and the delivery of value to NTMA members. I want to remind all of you, current and incoming chapter leaders, that the 2024 Chapter Leadership Summit is taking place January 17th through the 19th in San Antonio, Texas. It's really important there's representation from every chapter, so please mark your calendars, and we look forward to another successful event. As a final note regarding chapters, we would like to express our appreciation to Sally Safransky, Chapter Executive of the St. Louis Chapter, for her 12-plus years of dedication to the chapter and national. Sally, could you please come up to the front and receive your appreciation? Sally will be passing the baton, so to speak, on to Shelley McIntosh at the beginning of next year. Congratulations. Thank you, Sally. Okay, I'm going to pass this back to Roger to present the remaining awards. You got your number?
Yeah, that's great. Okay, thank you, Doug. As I said, this is a fun time for me. We're giving, NTMA has been around, this is our 80th year. You should have received our medallion celebrating that. But for 80 years, we've been giving top 4 awards to people in our association, to companies, and to individuals who have really dedicated themselves not only to NTMA and their companies, but to our industry. And so for those of you who received these 4 awards in the past, you know how important they are. For those of you receiving it today, I want you to know that these are awards given to you by your peers. There's no other greater reward to get than getting awards from your peers, people that understand the business, know the business, and know the challenges of the business. So it's my honor to present the 4 major awards for NTMA. And so with that, we will start with the Distinguished Service Award. This award is presented to a carefully selected, non-regular member of NTMA in recognition of their exceptional service to and in support of our association and our industry. This person has always been supportive of NTMA and our members with his time, resources to help make NTMA better. This time I would like to invite Mr. Tom McCarthy to join me on the stage. Tom has provided members across the U.S. legal counsel, employee manual reviews, OSHA advice, workers' comp advice, employee concerns, concerns, and much more over the last 25 to 30 years to our association. Representing McMahon Berger, Tom has spoken on legal and employment matters at NTMA national conferences, as well as representing the firm as an associate member of the St. Louis chapter since 1989, and a frequent and trusted speaker at chapter meetings. Tom has been the go-to for all human resource legal issues for members, and his guidance has given clear, direct, and accurate information. Tom, for your outstanding service to the industry, to NTMA, we'd like to acknowledge for your demonstration of leadership and commitment to our industry. And so with great respect, I'd like to present to you the Distinguished Service Award. So, congratulations, Tom. Let's make sure we get a picture of this. Okay. Tom, you want to say a word too? Find a legal guy that doesn't have a word or two, but...
We'll keep it short. We're not billing for it today. So. It's just been a pleasure to represent this organization. Al Berger before me, and so I figure it's probably 25 years plus Berger. I've probably done work for this association for 40 years, and it's the members and your commitment to your country, to your people, and to growing your industry. And so I have an undergrad degree in engineering, and it's always been a pleasure to go through your shops. So thank you very much, and I look forward to more years with NTMA.
Great, Tom. Thank you. I know I could ask for testimonies across this room of people who have called Tom in a pinch. And, you know, I have a problem in my office right now. What do I do? But Tom has been a faithful person to support NTMA, and for that I'm grateful. This next award is also an important award to both our association and to our industry. This award is the William E. Hardman Award. This award is bestowed on a company or an individual that has consistently demonstrated strong support and active participation in structured training for the precision custom manufacturing industry. The 2023 William E. Hardman Award recipient is Global SFC Valve Corporation. Linda Heining, President, CEO, will you join me on stage? As she comes up, there are two critical components to this award. The first part is the act of supporting precision manufacturing and training. The other is actively participating in structured training for precision manufacturing. Global SFC Valve Corporation employs 44 people. Global provides training to all employees, including blueprint, metallurgy, quality assurance, applied mathematics, safety training, and more. Global allows their apprentices time during work hours to do their classroom training of 576 hours, which is needed to receive their journeyman machinist certificate. They also use NTMA for most of their classroom training. Also, 8,000 hours of machine work is required. Global has dedicated 2 senior machinists for the apprenticeships who they learned from while on the job, and also have graduated 2 apprentices in this program. Realizing other companies may be doing the same thing, but a small company that resides in Somerset, Pennsylvania, who has this type of program is quite an achievement. Years alone to date, as of July 2023, they have conducted 99 training classes. Global supports workforce development in other ways, and participating in economic development initiatives to support local businesses, hires high school students, college interns to gain valuable workplace experience, and active high school career education programs, including Teacher in the Workplace, Business Education Partnership, and Success in Somerset County programs. With great pleasure, we present the 2023 William E. Hardman Award to you, Global SFC Corporation, for your lifelong dedication to improving the quality of training, promoting career opportunities for young men and women in the precision custom manufacturing industries, the Board of Trustees, National Tooling and Machining Association. Linda, congratulations. And here we go. Okay, want to say a couple words?
Sherry pretty much said it all when getting us nominated. And Sherry is probably one of our best cheerleaders. And every company should have one like Sherry. But I have a little speech I'll just go on with. On behalf of Global SFC, we would like to thank NTMA for the honor of receiving this Excellence Award. Being a critical supplier to the U.S. Navy, we were tasked by them to increase our workforce and capacity to meet the required 355 ship demand. As manufacturers, we were ahead of the game and foresaw the demand for training a new generation and to take the place of our aging workforce. We were approached by CareerLink to start the Machinist Apprenticeship Program in June of 2019. When we were certified by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania for this program in 2020, we joined NTMA to use their amazing training platform. And I do mean they have a very good platform for training. Since the program was a success, we decided to get certified in the Quality Assurance Inspection Apprenticeship Program. We currently have a full-time employee that started as an intern from our local Votech school. And he's just an exceptional employee and a great fit for our company. Staying engaged in the community is a vital part of filling the vacant positions in manufacturing. Getting the word out to high school students about manufacturing and opportunities for life-sustaining wages is all of our jobs as members of NTMA. Thank you.
Thank you. Great, Linda. What's your step there? Great, Linda. Thank you. This time, our next award is the NTMA 2023 Honor Award. This award is bestowed on an NTMA member for continuous service and dedication to the industry and to the association. The emphasis of this award is the recipient's service to the association in terms of longevity and dedication, as opposed to a single act of service in a short-term industry or association position. This award is presented to not only a trusted leader in this community and within our association, but to a man of integrity, personal friend of mine, and a personal friend to many in this room. Mr. Bruce Dvorak, would you come up, please? Bruce's company, Hobson & Moser, is a founding member of our organization, and the CTMA and NTMA has been a part of his life since childhood. He has consistently exhibited strong, active participation in both the association, both nationally and locally, as a regular member and as a leader. For all of that, NTMA for all of that is and stands for, Bruce Dvorak lives it through his actions, dedicating his time, energy, and resources to supporting manufacturing, workforce development, manufacturing education, and government affairs. He's consistently supported the manufacturing programs of Connecticut's technical high schools and community colleges. Bruce has been a member of the CTMA Board of Directors for 18 years, serving as president twice, as trustee twice, and is currently acting as president. He's chaired the CTMA Government Affairs team for the last 11 years, continually fulfilling one of the 5 main goals of the CMTA is to represent its members and industry and relationships with government. Nationally, Bruce has been attending conferences since he was a child with his parents, Frank and Dee. Over the last dozen years or so, he has religiously attended events like the Fall and Spring National Conferences, legislative conferences, chapter leadership summits, and others. Bruce sponsors workforce development and career education programs through the school systems in its 2 locations. He hosts plant tours, bringing in students for summer work programs, internships, and realizes the importance of continuing to support efforts to build our technical school system to strengthen the pipeline of candidates for manufacturing jobs. The satisfaction of seeing his individual and this association's collective efforts improve or breathe new life into our industry is what has fueled his deep commitment to NTMA. It's with great honor and privilege we now recognize you, Bruce, as the recipient of the 2023 National Association Honor Award. And the award reads, through your longstanding and conscientious service as a member of NTMA Board of Trustees, Government Affairs, Next Generation, Emerging Leaders, Process Improvement Teams, and President of the Connecticut Chapter, you have demonstrated those capabilities and capacities of awareness and dedication so vital to the well-being of the precision manufacturing industry and the National Trade Association. As a true leader in our association, your wise counsel, selfish contributions are an inspiration to those who follow in your path. It was deep pride that we honor you, the Board of Trustees, National Tooling Machining Association, October 2023. Hey, thank you. You want to say? Yeah.
Okay. Well, good morning, friends. Thank you. Thank you all for the applause and all the kind words, Roger. Well, I love being the center of attention, and I love being put on the spot for everyone who knows me. My wife's here, Linda, so if everyone doesn't know Linda, gave me a nice compliment. Says I look good for 80. But yeah, it's been a long journey. I guess I started on the board. Kind of when I was in the emerging leaders group, and that was a great group because you have training, you have advisors, you have a management team, and different people that you work with to learn from. But to have those peers that are entrepreneur owner managers that you can work with that really have walked in your shoes and had some of those burdens that you have as leaders of your own company and this kind of a capital intensive cyclical business that we're in. So that was great to have some of those mentors, and for our company, it's 80 years, founding member. We've also had 4 chapter presidents. Al Motzer actually going back to the 60s. My dad kind of in the heyday in the late 80s, early 90s. Don Zach in the late 90s, and then I've had a few stints here. So I guess we talked a little bit yesterday about succession planning, and I guess that's something that I'm pretty bad at. Having gone through the chairs and kind of been on there a number of times, but it's been an honor, and and the advocacy stuff, that's a great experience. Getting out to Washington D.C. I think we've got the fly-in coming up in April, and if you haven't gone to that, I'd highly recommend it. It's you kind of get out of the news and the daily politics, maybe the few things that you're advocating for, and I got to put on a suit and talk to some smug staffer, and it doesn't sound too interesting. But if you go there, it's a beautiful time of year at the Capitol. It's kind of a neat place to go, even to tour. I'm sure a lot of you've been there as tourists, but you're kind of there, and if you take a step back, it's a little surreal. You're here in this beautiful place, the best country in the history of forever, and you're there actively participating in the process. So. If you haven't been out to a legislative conference, I'd highly recommend that. And great update today, Roger. So kudos to the NTMA staff, to you and the NTMA staff, and also the executive team, Alan Gillen, and the executive team. Getting the association through the pandemic here and back onto the net growth path the last couple of years, and hopefully, accelerating forward. So that's great to see. So congratulations, guys, and thank you very much.
Well, I must say that if you know Bruce's dad, Frank, you can tell the fruit didn't fall far from the tree. A tremendous commitment to NTMA, and a founding member, 80 years. That's a long time, guys. And thanks, Bruce, for what you've done for NTMA. The last award I'll be presenting is the L.A. Sumner Memorial Award. It's bestowed on an NTMA member because of his or her outstanding service of highest magnitude. Emphasis is placed on the service to the association, both of the highest order and over a period of time, indicating excellence in a particular role in NTMA rather than participation in single events. This time I'd like to ask Alan Ortner to join me on stage. Giving back to the industry that has supported his career is extremely important to Alan. He has served as chairman of the executive committee from 2021 and 2022, and vice chairman prior to that. He also served on other boards, the National Tooling and Machining Foundation Board, the Workforce Development Board. He is previously member and team leader of the Budget and Finance team member, and I was afraid they're going to have about 5 pages, Alan, with all that you have done, but they cut it down. The Global Industry Marketing team, Alan and I served on that many moons ago, but we talk about things that we served on together through the years. But he's been an active member of the board of directors of the Connecticut Tooling and Machining Association, which is a chapter of NTMA. On the CTMA board, he served the ranks of treasurer, vice president, president, and trustee. Alan has also served for 6 years as a member of the board as a board member of the New England Spring and Metal Stamping Association, was chairman of their finance committee. Alan is a quiet thinker. He's the E.F. Hutton of NTMA. When he speaks, you listen. And he contributes to NTMA in so many ways since 2011, and before that locally, serving whatever and whenever asked. Alan has been a dedicated and loyal member of NTMA and a true advocate for the industry. And personally, I don't know of a member who is more deserving of this award than Alan. So Alan, thank you for what you have done and you continue to do for NTMA. Got it? Perfect.
I like being in front of people as much as Bruce does. So I don't think I'm going to be as good at it. But, you say I'm quiet, and I guess I am. I'm trying to learn. This is what I came to NTMA for in the first place, was to learn from all of you. And I've learned a lot. And when I do have something to share, I do share it. So, I think, I tell people all the time when they're whether I'm trying to talk to them about becoming a member or just somebody who's a new member, that you get out of it what you put into it. And that's what I've learned, and I come and I participate and I talk to people and I do everything I can, and that's where I get the most benefit for myself, for my company, and for my family, my wife Joyce. Thank you all for this award. It's a complete surprise to me. I had no idea, so I didn't prepare at all. But thank you again.
Okay, we're done here. We're good. You know, I know this has been a long session this morning, and but it's great to, again, recognize your peers and those in our industry that give to not only their companies, but to our industry. At this time, I'd like to call Brandon back up to close our session.
Excellent. Roger, great job getting through that. Doug, great job getting through that. I think we just set a new land speed record for those awards. So great work, team. With that, when you checked in, if you haven't gotten a chance, Roger mentioned this earlier, we have commemorative 80-year coins. These things are solid, like solid. So make sure you get one of these. They have them at registration, so grab one and check it out. Also, for those of you that received a Years of Service Award, if you'd line up back there in that corner when we go to break here in just a couple seconds to get a group photo, that'd be awesome. With that, we're going to take a break, so hit the restroom, get some snacks in the room next door, and make sure you visit some of our vendors there as well and sponsors. And with that, we'll be back here at 9:50 in this room. If you're not in here by 9:50, you'll hear me out there pulling you in with a microphone on. So be back here at 9:50 for our opening keynote. Thanks, guys.